you gotta do. Let's reset transform. This should be a full-sized version of Unity now. There we go. That actually fits on my monitor. Yes, you're seeing the full size of my monitor. It doesn't fit in my stream, I realize that. Alright, let's see if we are online anywhere. Are we back online? Yes, we are, but chat is not working yet, so let's get that. Okay, and now chat's working again. Sorry about that delay, guys. Sorry about that delay. There we go. Alright. So that was silly. Definitely, just don't change your DPI in Windows. It's not supported. Set it to 100% always. 125% does not work at all, clearly. Right, so, just move that over. Here's the game. Yes, it's supposed to be this small. Yes, my camera's now in the wrong position again, because it turns out that the DPI is what changed it. So even if I put the camera at 0, probably minus 10. Yeah, even if I put the camera at 0, because I have this, this little bit of canvas that's offset on the side, it doesn't work quite like that. You can see the canvas is, I guess it's world rendered. Yeah, because if we move over here, you can see the messages. Jeez, those are huge. But I mean, that's how you gotta render text. You gotta render text huge if you want it to look good when you zoom in. So, if we zoom into this text, we'll see it looks like crap. The only way to fix that is to make your text size higher and then the object scale smaller so that you are rendering a higher text and then just showing it a little smaller. So let's have a look at our economy. Our economy is all these little guys, right? I think we missed a few, oh boy, yeah, we missed a few lines of activity as well. So, good to note, none of this scales with your resolution yet, so that is a bug. We definitely need to handle separate resolutions, even though the Steam resolution thing says that pretty much everyone uses 1920 by 1080, and yeah, except for laptops. That 1366 resolution, a pain in the ass, an immense pain. Welcome back. Yeah, I did, no wonder. Citizens of Kanakistan. I mean, yeah, that is Canada, isn't it? Oh, meh. I can't even argue with that. Right. Alright. Let's do... what are we gonna do here? Well, first of all, the activity log is not big enough, so let's zoom out, since that's our world here. We can see the activity log is... Oh, I see. The issue here is that I've actually just made it 10 pixels too wide. So let's set the right to 10 pixels, and now hopefully our text doesn't go over the side. Although I think I have wrap turned on. No, I do not have wrap turned on. That's the issue. And people like Wubba Lubba Dub Dub have a long name. That's not the issue. But when human supremacists and Wubba Lubba Dub Dub want to do something together, they're a problem. Specifically them. So, I mean, I could just make it so Wubba Lubba Dub Dub and them can't trade, but people are going to have long names. So, we just need a different game layout to support people with long names. Maybe showing the activity log underneath the game, and then showing the player list on the side. You know, something like that would give us a better layout, maybe? So the way you do that is you click this little transform box up here, and you hold Alt, and then Shift. This lets you position something and change its pivot. So now, all of the... Whoops! There we go, fill center. Now, all of the coordinates in the top left here are relative to exactly where I clicked. So see the height? The height is the only thing I can set. Everything else is based on the edges of the screen. So if we set a height of maybe like 200 or 120, right? That gives us a little console. I like that, frankly, because I like DOS games. I'm an old fag. Whatever. So I should be able to, taking this console, right, and not making too much noise with my microphone, because that's unprofessional. Rendering text using distance fields. Good point, actually. Except this is just rendered by the canvas right now, and I have not done anything like the canvas scaler. I haven't actually set any of that up yet. It's just a panel. Yeah. So I'm going to put the activity log underneath, and then what we're going to do is I think I can put the player list on the left-hand side, and then run the game on the right. Let's just move the camera, the ortho camera a little bit. Camera. It doesn't need to be offset by 10. It needs to be offset by, yeah, there we go. 10 vertical now, because we don't want people going under the, 5 vertical, because we don't want people going underneath the activity log, as it were. Let's see if people are spawning in correctly. Nope, the map is too tall. Okay, so now we gotta change the map bounds again. Hard coding this stuff is dumb. I'm dumb for hard coding it. Let's just put it that way. You, if you're following this, don't hard code. Just, make your life easier, you know? Let's maybe make it 28 wide and 16 tall. I could probably just get the map bounds by taking the orthographic size of the camera, computing the height and width fields. Ooh, looks like it's still too tall. Oh, nope, now we're just displaying too many messages in the log. That's easy to fix. To fix the number of messages in the log, we just click on our activity log, and I'm dumb. No, we click on activity, there we go. And then I put a little thing here where you could just set the number of messages. Because I like making my life a little bit easier sometimes. Now let's see if everybody's spawning in correctly. The message, there's a little bit of distance from the bottom of the screen that's going to make it so we fit less messages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe we could fit 8 messages if we fit them properly. Let's go over to, let's set this to 8. Then let's go to our activity log and just move it so it's not positioned 10 pixels from the bottom. Maybe 5? There we go. 5 pixels positions it from the bottom. Now let's zoom out and check the position from the top. Also needs to be 5. And the left and right margins are sort of just okay as they are. I know we're not going to scroll all the way across, but I will move this activity log over to the right. Why is the bottom message not showing now? I hate the bottom. The bottom is the issue. Let's make the bottom -5. We'll just run it off the screen at this point, because the way that it's aligning the text, the bottom line never shows up. Yeah, see, there we go. For some reason, the way it's aligning the text, I actually need to scroll it off the screen if you're using the bottom right alignment. Because if we look at this, we'll see there's no new line at the end, so there's no reason. I lied. There is a new line at the end. That's why it's scrolling 1 extra line down. I'm using append line with a string builder, so of course there's an extra new line. I need to trim off the last character when I set it. That's my fault. Alright, let's go to the activity log class and trim off the last character. Because that's exactly what we have to do. Just go over to Visual Studio, which apparently is dead? Where is my Visual Studio? Why do I get a black screen? Oh, there it is. I was like, come on. You can do this, Microsoft. It's not that hard. Yeah! Alright, well, you guys are getting... Here, let me clear the messages so you guys don't get crapped on by messages. Just go with the common screen resolution. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to set everything to 16 by 9, I think. Hey, welcome to the channel, Arita, Avro, and Programmatical. Welcome back. I actually remember you from a few streams now. You've been here a lot. And obviously, live coding support comes here every day because they just love me. Okay, the activity log. We need to close the rest of this. Click on activity log, scroll down, find our update log function, and then right off the end, let's just take off the last character. So, last index of insert hashcode copy 2. Let's see, C# strip last character. Dat radio voice. Trust me, if anybody gets me like some warning labels to read or something, I love doing that, and everyone loves hearing it, so. Here we go. There is a way to do trim end. Removing the last character of a given string. I wonder if I can trim /n. Let's see. I should just be able to do that, right? Trim end, the new line character. No? Argument 1 cannot from string to character. Must be a character. So let's do char, string to char code to char array 0. Okay, that'll do it. 0, 0. I know that there's probably a better way to do this, but I only want the first character representation of a new line. Yeah, okay, so you can do 74. Okay. Let's see if we get it. The first line of text should be off screen now. Yes, it is. It's working. Okay. Yeah, it was a silly way for me to do that, string from character code, but it works. I mean, you can't just put /n, it requires a char. It does not take a string, it requires a char. Sorry. What was I looking for here? I was looking for... Yes, position. The position of the activity log is bad. So now that the bottom is exact, maybe we can put it 5 pixels. Will that do it? Hopefully we fit 8 lines of text on the screen with a very little border. Yeah, there we go. Border to the bottom is still a little big, so I guess I'll move the text down a little, but that's just the font. If I was using a better font, this wouldn't be an issue. Decker's killing himself in his grave right now with my, yeah, I bet he is. Alright. Well, Decker did leave us, didn't he? Because he was upset with how bad we were. Let's see. What happens if I run this one more time? One more time. There we go. So, okay. Works with single quotes. You're happy now, right? Width. People are not going to the ends of the map. Let's click on map. You see there's this nice draw gizmo selected script here that lets us at least see the bounds of the map. It needs to get a lot wider, apparently, given our current layout. But if we put a player list on the side, it probably doesn't have to. Let's go about doing that player list now. Let's select our panel. We'll make one more panel. So this will be the... I'm just going to call it panel. I'm bad. And then this one is the player list. This panel is... I'm going to put it right here, and here, and here. And then position it by... How wide do we want this side panel to be? I know the bottom needs to be... How tall did we make activity log? Right, so the bottom needs to be 120. And then the width needs to be... Let's make it like just 200 for now. There we go. And then we'll position this at the top, because it's currently positioned at the bottom. Yeah, trim end, single quotes, I did that. Yes, instead of that little terminal thing, it's now a Unity game. It's not that somebody must have kicked him to do it with Unity. Basically what happened is, I found out in C# there's no good drawing libraries. Yeah, all of the drawing libraries that exist for C# are dog-awful huge. So there's no point. So, I mean, Unity... since it's already written in C# to begin with, right? Oh, we just need to move the camera over now. Which direction do we need to move the camera? This way, -10. There we go. Oh, and there's a little bit of overlap on our menus, but we can fix that by just bleeding them off the screen. You can see there's like a little gap going around our menus now because of the way we position them. But that's fine. And I think the players are... No, the players do not fit on screen. So, -5, there we go, and then I need to make the map area a little bigger as well. In the width direction, 34. Let's see, does everything fit on screen now if everyone spawns in the corners? Yes, they do. What about height? Yep, in the corners, they're good. Height, anybody? Yes, height is perfect. Width is questionable, maybe a little lower. There we go, so 32 by 18. That is the playable area. And now our little side-on section here, the player list, we need to code that. Because there isn't one right now. So let's, I'm gonna duplicate the activity log control and call this player list. Then I'm gonna remove component and add a player list component. The reason that I am making this a component is because I want the agents to register themselves with the player list, and then other objects can, etc., etc. It's just for the future. Wait, nope. I don't want to create any of this in Unity. I want to create it in Visual Studio because I have better templates. Let's go to Visual Studio again. Welcome to the channel there. Davaray and Polymath. Nice name. Alright, so, activity log, whatever, go away. Should probably make a UI folder, because we got a lot of UI classes now. let's UI. Let's put the activity log, and we're going to put our player list in here as well. So player list. And eventually I'll namespace everything, but we just want to make it work first. And I'll do all the boring stuff off stream later, like just the infinity refactoring and everything. I'm pushing it all to GitHub, so you're not missing out on anything. It'll always be in my commit history, so. Here we are. Let's click on our activity log. Just have a quick look at how we did this. We imported at least... Yeah, we will need the list generic as well. So let's get rid of that. We will need a reference to UI. We will need... No, we will not need any sort of message index. We will need a list of players, not a list of entries. So in this case, this is a private list of agents. Agent. And these are called players. And then we're probably going to have an add method so that people can add themselves to the player list. And then we'll probably have a remove method. And that should be it. So public void add agent player, agent even. If this dot players dot contains agent, this dot add this, or what am I doing with this? I don't need that anymore. I remember that. Players dot add agent. And then of course, I like to lay my stuff out a little better. That's a not. This is here. Return true. Return false. Very simple. So now we have a class that tries to add the player to the list. Then we just need a remove class. So remove. And remove agent. Again, returns if contains agent. Remove agent, return true, false. Very simple. Both functions, what we needed. Then we're working with a private list that can't be set otherwise, because we don't want the list to be set. We don't want it to be reset. Realize I need region unity. I need something that, and region. This is just a little habit of mine to put all of the Unity code in its own little region, because they're all private methods. So... yeah, gotta love that. All right, so private void awake is where we initialize our list of players. So players is new list agent. And that should be it. Now we should be able to call add from our little program. Let's see where our program is. How to handle for a 2-player login at the same time. Well, actually, I'm gonna make this networked. So a lot of this stuff is going to be called by the server. The reason that we have a add and remove class is that the server is going to, every time the player list doesn't match, call either add or remove. Or, you know what, maybe the player list itself could be a network component and just use send stream and receive stream to encode or to serialize and deserialize itself. Hey, welcome to the channel, Arth, B4U7, and iProcessor. So I think we're just going to go over to program. Where's program? Or is it agent? Which thing registers itself? Register. Nope, not here. So it's probably program. Wait, we have no program. What runs the game? Game manager. Game controller. There we go. I need to pick a naming scheme and stick with it. So map.agents.add registers user agent in the map. Again, I should probably fix that. That should not be directly accessible. The map agents, whatever. Okay, so we do need one more thing here. We need a private player list players. LMNOP. P goes at the bottom. Players, player list. Probably player list. No, I'll call it players for now, because it only needs to have a reference to them that way. Players equals a reference to players, so luckily, I'm just using find like this, so player list, and then this is a player list as well, player list. If we go and have a quick look at Unity, oh, whoops, compiling scripts. Right, sorry, I called it player list. I know you couldn't see my quick look at Unity, but that's because the scene switcher is disabled after that fun we had with Windows DPI settings. I'm definitely not changing that again. So for each name and population, we create them and add them to the, we need to also add them to the players list. So players.add agent. There we go. And map should also have just an add class. There we go, add. Map should also only have add. So players.add agent, map.add agent. Let's go over to players. Copy our add and remove. And put these also in the map class. Yeah, in the map class. Map controller, there it is. Because this has a list called agents, which we don't want to be internal. We want it to be private because I don't think I'm using it anywhere else. Let's make a private agents. Whoops, get set, and see if, like this, we're still able to use it. As long as we have our add and remove right up here. This doesn't use the players list. This uses a list called agents, and then again, agents, and agents. These, since this is not players, this should be right here, add agent and remove agent. Because in the case of the map, it's not entirely obvious should they be called add. Whereas for the players, it's very obvious that you're adding a player. One more little error here. Agents.count. Are you shitting me? I need an access to the count. Alright, so count agents. Count agents needs to be a method of map. Not a method. It could, in fact, be just a property. So, map controller, let's create a new property up here that just returns the number of agents. Whoops, needs to be a public property. So public, count agents, get, whoops. This is broken. Public int count agents, get. There we go, return agents.count. Simple. Straightforward, number of agents. Now it doesn't need to be a public variable anymore, and hopefully when we go over Unity, we're able to render something. Nope, Unity still has an error. So there is an error here where we attempt to use the map.agents where agent transform in range, get neighbors. Ooh. We are fully using agents outside of that class. I guess it does have to be internal. Jeez. Alright. We really, yeah. Okay, so private set, internal. We do need access to it. I'll leave count agents out there for now. Let's tab over to Unity one more time, see if that error's been fixed. Yes, it has. Now you guys get to see Unity as well. Yeah, I like that the error messages take up the chat. I don't like that so much as it's funny. Ooh, error at the start. Error is with players.add. Don't mind it too much. Players.add is inaccessible due to its protection level. That's because I didn't make it public? I did make it public. What the hell? Player list, public, bool, add, remove. Why is it not accessible due to its protection level? Public class player list. Player list.add. What is going on? Can I explain fastly the game? Basically, it's an economy simulator. You want all of your little thingies to survive. Whatever we're gonna call these people, these explorers, you know? What is wrong with this? It says it's accessible. Why wouldn't it be accessible? Players is a player list, and add is a method playerlist.add. Bool. Oh, map controller.agents is inaccessible. Okay, due to its protection level. Can you not... I should be able to access an internal thing from this. Oh, wow. This is in a different namespace, too. Because I haven't namespaced any of this, I can't make it internal. Okay, let's put a big to-do in front of it. To-do. This needs to be fixed. To-do. This really should be private, but we need it elsewhere. And, I guess we're gonna make it... Protected wouldn't work. We're gonna make it public for now. This really should be private, but oh well. Static fixes everything. Why can't I clear... Oh, and I can't clear the error list either, so I guess I just gotta swap over there if I want you guys to see the chat. Hey, welcome to the stream there, Melanar, Kivoshe, and Rowit Value. Arget Value. I remember you. I don't know why it always destroys the G. It's probably the font that I overrode. Let's test this now in... we can't test this in Unity. We just got the same error again. In players.add, there is an issue. Why is it highlighting players.add? The error list is blank. I hate some parts of Unity sometimes, all the time. I clicked attach to Unity, and we got the same error on players.add, but there's no error anywhere. So this is one of those times where I'm probably going to just restart Visual Studio because it's not displaying the errors anymore. No reference exception. The object reference is not set to an instance of object on game controller line 74. Either agent doesn't exist or players doesn't exist. And I know agent exists, and I know players exist. So what's up? Actually, players might not exist. Did I name it wrong? Player list, get component player list. It's called player list. Does not have the component player list. Ah, I forgot to add the component to our object. Man, I would love to see more like tycoon or business games around. I absolutely love this like genre of game, you know? There we go. We've got our people moving around. They're actually going left to right, right to left as they should. They're supposed to pick a target destination that is far away from a position that they've already been. So the more positions that they've been to, the less areas they're allowed to go to after that. Right, so we can move our activity log over a little bit by the looks of it. Our map height is 1 unit too tall because they're just going under the activity log. And the player list doesn't show anything yet because I didn't make it show anything yet. I'm special. Let's try and fix that up. Also, I notice you guys can't see chat while I'm in Unity because there's no chat here. So, let's just open up the little console on the right. Oh, wait. Could I put chat there? Nah, it's not wide enough. I couldn't put chat there. We'll figure that out some other time. So, I'm going to swap these around. The activity log should be full height, but not so much width. I'm going to move it over the same width that I make the player list. So if I make the player list 200 wide, then I need to move the activity log left by 200. Let's put the left position, 200. Whoop, 20, 200. There we go. Now both the panels are separated. And if we want to keep their little shape there, we'll have to just add 5 pixels. Literally just 5 pixels of border for the rounded square. There we go. See? Position 205. So now we have 2 pieces of our UI. Well, actually, no, we don't. I can't say now because a player list doesn't work yet. Let's click on our player list. First of all, let's go top. Yep, top. It's not rich text. For now, it'll just be some nice gray text. And let's at least list the list. List the list. Yes, let's list the list, shall we? I'm going to go to Visual Studio again. I mean, not everyone can have a voice like me, you know? Why do I render the log? Well, actually, first of all, you can't just write to the screen because this is Unity. I can using onGUI, the immediate GUI manager, but that is slower than just rendering something, like rendering it each time it's changed and then write it out. The render opaque has a bit of a overhead as well. I mean, the good voice, you don't always just, it's not a thing that you just, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You could stream it, I could do the commentary, right? You're too told to care? I mean, I was told to care too, but I didn't listen. Let's go... What do we want to add to player list? Right. We need to compile a string. Do we use a string builder? No, we don't. We need to just compile a string, which is private string text. And then let's go to our activity log and see as well where it is. Yeah, I know you mean too old, but still. Voice should not really be a factor, no. Although, I think that's the only thing I've got going for me, considering the missing vision. There we go. Let's go up to here. Also, log entry. Ooh, it ends up being part of the UI. Canvas component set by the editor. Yes, we need that, because we are writing to a canvas component here too. Copy, paste, and then... what else did we keep track of? We kept track of a private string builder, which we don't need to this time around. And the messages to show. Did we not keep track of the text? No, we didn't, because we set it once every time we update. I see. So player list, same thing. Private void update players. As only called when add and remove is called. So up here, update players, and this is only called every time that we are successful at removing or adding a players, and it just rebuilds the little string on the side. We could copy most of the code from activity log because it's just compiling a string. Let's take the same 10 lines or so, paste them here. Let's put at the top, system.text build string builder. What else is missing? The entries are the players. We don't have to worry about the number of them. The start is always 0. The count is players.count, and just for each player name, toString, because we will get their string representation from them. Same way we did it last time. Put them into the string builder. Let's go back over to Unity and see if we are printing out names now. You didn't even realize you had Flash installed. Yeah, this does use a lot of Flash. Flash! Alright. Oh, this will give us an error because we haven't assigned the text component. There we go. We have to set the text component to player list in the little... That's what I've done, is made it a public variable so it could be set. So now we have our list of players down the side. They all show as agents, agent, even though they're already there. It doesn't really matter. Don't have to worry about that. Ooh, also forgot, make the map one less tall. Then we'll see if everyone, then we'll watch everyone die, alright? Yeah, here we go. We'll make the map 16 by 30. By 32 by 16. Alright? Let's see what happens. We've got our activity log. We've got some of our agents down the side. Let me just take a little screenshot of that. Send that in Discord, you know? I'm gonna love that. First time you've been mentioned to watch a stream and haven't missed it by like 8 hours. Yeah, that's true. Normally I forget to mention everyone as well. And then the thing where I stream at 11 a.m. PST is weird for Europeans, I know. Is anybody going to die out, or who's going to die out this time? Let's see, we're already at turn 29 and nobody's died yet. Turn 33, oh, now people are dying. So about turn 35 is when people die now with the increase in resources. I think, oh, we need to remove them from the side if they're not alive. How are we going to do that? Since we're updating the string only when we add or remove them, we need an update. I guess the update method just needs to be public so that we can call it from other things. Like, when somebody dies, we should call the update method. Ah, Decker wins. Turn 63. Incredible. He's the last thing alive. Congratulations, Decker. Let's just give this here. Decker wins. Am I sporting some awesome glasses, or do you modify your workspace to account for the vision loss? I have the whole computer, like, I don't know, 6 inches in front of my screen, so that will do it. The keyboard is below me. I don't have to look at it, at least. I don't have to look at anything here. Ooh, like the UI. You posted me some screenshots. Let's go have a look at what you're doing. Man, I like that. I really like that. That, like, little stream tycoon game. Ah, I would have done one of those, too. Oh, well. Oh well. I don't know. Programmatical. You apparently do sell some bread. There's a programming Discord server. I mean, I also have a Discord server if you guys really want, but could I use an event and listeners? Yes, I could. But I don't like send message. Unity's implementation of send message sends it to every component, every matching component in your selector. So if I called update players, for example, on this component, it would, first of all, work on private methods, which I don't like. I think that's really silly that you can access public methods using send message. And then the other issue I had with it, what other issue did I have? I just didn't like it. I didn't like send message, so I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to make update players a public method because it doesn't hurt to call. I could be calling it every frame and update and it wouldn't hurt to call because I'm using a... what am I using again? Yes, string builder. All right. Do we have a reference to this anywhere? Yeah? Now what do you want? I'm talking. ISO to what? You don't know how to get a Windows ISO? You Google Microsoft Creator. It's all free. It's the media creation tool on their website. It's called Windows 10 Media Creation Tool. I'm sure you can find it. I need to call update players somehow from agent. Does agent have a reference to the player list? Nope. Alright, so let's make a private player list. Players. Because it doesn't really need to know about the other players except to call update. So, whatever. We have these sort of half-global references all over our project at this point. I can just... I'll deal with them until we found a better way. Map controller, there we go. Oh, somebody is tweeting the hell out of me right now. Thank you. Hell, thanks for the retweets. If we can get more people watching the stream, that'd be great. Let's update player. Start fixed update. Fixed update is fine. If we've died, then we update the player list, because we only need to update it after certain events have happened. We don't really care about updating the player list every frame. That would be dumb. We don't need to update the player list when somebody trades, because, first of all, it doesn't display any of their stuff. It only displays if they're alive or dead. I don't even know if it displays that right now. Probably doesn't. Then if they're alive, they loot or trade. If they're nearby, they do whatever. I think a looted body should disappear too, so we'll deal with that later. That would be a fun feature for later. Now when people die, the player list is updated. However, our agents don't have, or do they? Nope. Our agents have no toString method right now. Private override void, public override void. Override void toString. There we go. And this is, I see, it's a string, not a void. Obviously, I'm returning a string. Base toString, no. I want to return, let's see. I'm going to return the name. Let's use string format. I'm going to return the name plus, is there a name variable that I can just access here? Yes, there is, but I'm not using string interpolation. Name, and then status, 1 for now. So name, and then alive. And that'll show, or, let's do a ternary on alive. Oops. If alive, then alive, else dead. I know that you're not seeing this bit in Visual Studio. All I'm adding is a toString method, and now I'm running it again. Now that I've added the toString method, hopefully, yes, there we go. We can see if people are alive or dead directly on the player list. I think I want to list it the other way around because this doesn't look great. So let's go 0, 1, and we'll just put name at the end. Name. Again, I'll show you Visual Studio the next time I go over because we'll be staying in Visual Studio for a long time. I'm really sorry about that. Scene switcher broke when DPI changes. We've been over this. Everyone's alive on the side. It's not alphabetical. Now, it's not alphabetical on purpose. Agents are listed in the order that they are added to the list. This is significant because agents that are created after the beginning of the game, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, agent creation. I wonder why that would happen, huh? Why would agents be created after the game started? Let's give a thought about that. But those should be listed at the bottom of the list to know that they were not born at the start of the game. And when things die, yeah, look at that. Some people are showing up dead on the list now, too. All right, let's see. We got Robbie Dubs. Oh, well, unfortunately. Let's see if oh, no, Wabba, no. All right, we got 5 people alive. Everyone's... Oh, look at him, though. This one guy here is... Oh, he died. I like watching people loot each other's bodies because they last very, very long like that. 80... Oh, no, 65. 65 turns. So, we need to try and last a little bit longer than that, I think. Yeah, I know you guys see Unity. Let's see. Oh, welcome to the channel, Rosaj and Val Ground. Let's, go back into Visual Studio. Because I know you can't see that. There we are. Visual Studio. This is the 2-string method I implemented, very short. That's why I said you weren't missing anything when I was just implementing 2-string. What you did miss, however, was me at the bottom of player... No, what did I do here? I didn't do anything. You didn't miss anything. We have a player list, or at least a representation thereof. We are not rendering them with their colors yet. Welcome to the channel, again, live coding support, and Fedora 19. I mean, Fedora 19 is great. 22, 23. What is Rawhide now? 23, I guess? I was using Fedora 20 for the longest time. It was really good. Fedora 16 as well. I never had versions between there because work always dictated I have CentOS or recently Ubuntu, so I haven't been able to just use whatever I want, you know? Now that our stuff... Ooh, yes. Let's also go to... I forgot to open GitHub because we need to commit our changes. It's very important that you commit your changes. Yes, UC? It's not that I get notified when you say my name, but just that I tech chat every once in a while. Hello, Anita. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, it's the same idea, huh? Hey there, Kebda. Sorry that the chat's a little delayed. It shouldn't be too delayed, like maybe 5 or 6 seconds. I'm really happy with live coding speed. And that might just be because is less broadcasters on here right now, but it's incredible. I don't have to worry about slowing down. Whereas with, YouTube, for example, I'll be sitting there and I'll finish a sentence and I'll be waiting maybe on chat and there'll just be 5 seconds of dead air because I'm waiting on it. And it's that's not great. People hate dead air. They like talking. I don't know why. I don't like talking, so I don't get it. I like talking, but I don't like listening to talking. If I didn't like talking, why would I be streaming? Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. See, when you update a Fedora system, especially with DNF, that crashes. I hate DNF. So why DNF is, outside of Fedora called did not finish, as in you guys did not finish redoing your package manager. It's crap. Yum was fine. Why did you make something worse to wrap it? I don't know. Whatever. I can't hate a distro any more than it hates itself, and Fedora's doing a great job at hating itself already. What features did I say we were going to do today? Does anybody remember? Let's go to the Google Sheet and find out, because we do actually have a Google Sheet for these broadcasts. Ooh, welcome to the stream, Matt Rogers. Yes, so I said that today, now that economy is in Unity, let's start adding mechanics to make it a real game. We have no win or loss screen, and the simulation starts immediately. We should add more scenes to allow our project to have a pre- and post-game scene. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that, shall we? So this is fine as our in-game scene. So if we go up here, we'll see we have a scene. It's called Economy. Let's create a new folder. There we go. Scenes. And then let's put... I know there's the tree creator here. Haven't used it yet. We'll get into that later. It's also why I haven't committed it yet, because the trees thing is... It's nice. Why would these guys need trees, I wonder? We won't get into that one yet. So, I'm going to put this scene in the scenes folder. And then to prevent this from getting angry. Do save scene as. When you move a file, Unity doesn't always know that you move a file. So make sure that you fix that. Now, I should be able to rename the scene. Oh, no, I can't. I see. Select scene asset, add new scene, game object creates. So I cannot just rename it. If I just rename it, I'll have to do that on the side here. I will call this in-game. Right. I'm an idiot. I forgot. You can press F2 on Windows to rename anything. Now this is called save, or in-game. Now we can close this scene and make a new scene that is just our menu. So now you guys get to see how menu creation works in Unity. Let's go to the scenes folder. This will be our main menu, Unity. There we go. And the main menu needs, doesn't really need a light. It doesn't not need a light either though, so don't just go off deleting the light for no reason. I point my light straight down so I get consistent lighting. Pointing the light perfectly forward will also work depending on, you know, how you render your camera. The camera should be facing forward, and it does not have to have a large clipping bound because we'll be rendering a UI directly in front of it. Perspective, orthogonal, or orthographic does not really matter on the UI screens. So we're going to go down here. We're going to create a panel. This is going to be a full screen panel. We're going to make it, what color? I guess for now, we'll just make it a gray. We'll make the alpha forward. There we go, like a Visual Studio Gray. We'll write on this text. So down here, UI text. And all of this is like static stuff we're just creating inside Unity. Oh, I'm retarded. Oh no. Again with the scene switcher. All right, we're in Unity. So the only things you've missed is that I created down here, new scene, right? Canvas, panel, text. The text is where I'm gonna write, hello world. No, I'm gonna write, press space to begin. There we go. We're gonna write it in fairly large text. And then we're gonna scale it down. Whoops, is that too large? What did I do with my scale? I did something. Z scale, 111. What did I do? 32, 28. Why is it not showing up now? 1, 2, 144, 12, 18. There we go. 24, 30, 48, 36. Oh, I see. Our text is not wide enough. Let's make it wide. There we go. And then let's make it tall. Actually, yeah, we could just center it. Let's put it right here, this, and then we can make it the full height tall. Why is it up there? I need to put the pivot in the middle. Why? Okay, I think I clicked this one to put the pivot in the middle. Yep, there we go. What the hell? What is going on with this height? Oh, I see. My issue is that I hadn't actually pivoted the text. You can blame me entirely. So I'm gonna go down here, Control-Alt-Shift. This makes it full screen. Your text is in the middle. You can obviously change the text color. I'm gonna make it white. We can now change the text size and everything. We can change, I only have Arial loaded in my project. You should load more fonts. Arial's a terrible font. And then we just need to add one little something here that will actually accept that space. So let's make a main menu. Let's make a menu controller. Menu. No, I'm going to make this just main menu. And then we're just going to make a script called main menu. My habit of moving control objects to 0, 0. This is very important. Not for control objects, but it's very important for other things. And then we're going to create underneath this, sorry, not create. We're going to go over to Visual Studio now. Visual Studio, there we go. And, wait, welcome to the channel there. Oh my god, actually, 4 people, I see 3 people left and rejoined, 3 people joined, 2 new people joined. It's weird the way that it shows that in chat. Let's go and add a menu controller. So in this case, we want a main menu.cs. Very straightforward. It does exactly what it says it is. It is the main menu. When I receive just directly an update, I'm going to take keystrokes. When I receive the keystroke for keycode.space input.get key down, get key up actually. I'm going to get the key up of keycode.space. Yes, you would normally assign this to something. You would assign this to a button. Why am I not assigning it to a button? Because this is a one-off script that I'm going to rewrite at some point. Because I need menu controllers. I don't need to write a script for every single menu. That would be dumb. So just for now, when I get a space, I will load the next scene. So we need scene management. This is, you can get this up here by importing unityengine.scene-management. The reason you do this is because one of the things under scene management, scene manager dot load scene, and these are always loaded in their build order. So let's load scene 1. Main menu should be built as scene 0. And we're gonna have to test this by actually building it. So let's go over here. Let's go into our build settings. Whoops, you can't see build settings. Right. Yes, now you can see build settings. Whoops. And then let's do, I don't want PDB files. This is a 32-bit build, and we want to add the open scene, which is main menu. Then we will close the build settings. Want to save this scene, and then we want to open the in-game scene. We'll again open the build settings one more time, and then add open scenes. Now you'll see their build index is shown in the top right, 0 and 1. That means that scene 1 is our in-game scene. So when we go from 0 to 1, we will load from the main menu the game. Let's just go over here, see if there's anything we have to set. Nah, looks like I did all this already. All right, Control B will build. Just build and run. I always create a folder called builds. It's really up to you. And under this builds, I'm going to make an economy test. Now we crashed. Why did we crash? Well, because we have a lot of errors. Our errors go into Visual Studio as to when we build. So let's, whoops. Visual Studio, there we go. When we build, we have agent ready body, application does not exist in the current context. Why does application not exist? So let's, using system, I guess. Wow, using system, because application does not exist otherwise. File does not exist in this context, so using system.io as well. What else? Wait, we always need system.io, so let's see. What else is undefined? Application is undefined, debug is undefined, file, debug, error building player because of compile errors. That should be fine now. It was specifically that I was importing stuff only when building. So let's go over here and try and build again. Same errors. What's going on? Why do we have the same errors? Application is not defined in the current context. Why is it not defined? Application.persistent data path. Application is not, I thought application was defined under system, but I guess it isn't. Let's go to the, let's just Google this. Google. Let's see. Application is under what namespace? Application class. The application class is part of, and I thought it was the system namespace, but apparently not. Drumroll. MSDN documentation. System.windows. Wow. Okay, so let's import system. Wait, are you shitting me? For Windows, I need to specifically... whatever. All right. Using system.windows. No, I cannot import that. So, Unity application import. How do I import modules? No. Unity application not defined. Not defined. Application in this context. Accessing the activity context. No, so it doesn't I can't just Google it directly. Let's actually get the error message again. Copy. Nope. I have to try and compile it again to get the error message because Visual Studio already forgot it. Double clicking these is not opening Visual Studio. There we go. The name application does not exist in the current context. The name application does not exist in the current context. Unity. How do I load anything without using, right, this does not help. Because to tell you the truth, those variables are not in your context. Just shut up and give me, how do I get application? It's a very generic name. Also, why does it still say that file is not defined? I'm pretty sure file is under system.io. Using system.io. Oh, I see what happened. I removed system.io as a reference from everywhere. Let's build it one more time. See, it works when I run it just fine. When I go to build it, I need to find the application context. What imports application in Unity? And how is file still not defined? Are you shitting me? File is clearly defined. Am I not using the full .NET in my build? What am I doing? Yep, look at that. .NET subset. God damn it. I was not using the full .NET in my build. Can I get access to system.windows now? No, I cannot. And apparently file doesn't exist, which is a complete lie. These, wow, these line numbers don't even add up anymore. Let me build one more time to get the line numbers fixed. Reload context. Okay, there we go. If Unity editor, else this stuff. How is debug now not defined? What? Debug.log database is not in persistent path. Debug does not exist in the current context. Whew, I'm gonna get upset because Unity is doing some stupid stuff where it's not working. I am not importing Unity, however, so that might be my problem. Let's just try and use Unity Engine and see if our application context comes back. Yep. Alright, so the issue was that we were missing a reference to Unity Engine. For some reason, the application context is defined under Unity instead of, well, I guess it has to be. Because normally it would be under Windows, classes.windows, system.windows, which would not be available under any other operating system or platform. So I can understand why it's part of the Unity Engine namespace now. Just really annoying when your errors do not actually tell you what's going on. Especially the errors that say blank does not exist in this context because they never tell you what the context is. Here we go. Windowed mode. Do we get our Unity Personal Edition? I like that new splash screen. It's cleaner. Press space to begin. Space. 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 Space is not working, actually. And I don't know if it's because we're erroring or what. So let's open the scene. There we go, the scene here, and try and press space in the Unity editor. What error do we get? Because we didn't enable script debugging. Right, okay, same issue here. I'm dumb, did not add the main menu to the main menu. I do that a lot. I expect the code to just work. I don't know why. Let's press space this time, and hopefully it works. There we go. Press space to begin. This is the full size... Cool. Guy wanted to sign on. Could say hi to him, whoever he is. This is the full screen game, finally. The people are alive, got a list of crap. The camera position, ironically, as long as I'm using a 16 by 9? Yes, 16 by 9 sort of resolution, or 16 by 10. Apparently everything fits. I guess I just made the, like, dark blue background large enough where regardless of the resolution, everything would fit. Can I test that? No, none of their resolutions are going to be any different than this, so not really, no. Let's go over to Visual Studio again. Whoops, that's the manual. There we go, Visual Studio. Audio is off. How can we hear double? What happened to my audio? Yeah. Okay, there we go. There doesn't seem to be double audio now. It comes through as one copy. Yeah, no, there's only one of me. I just checked. That is a thing that happens, though, so thanks for noting it, because it does happen sometimes. I'm using voice meter to forward audio. Oh, I hate this so much. If you're using a using directive, or sorry, if you're using if-defs or anything, you can't tell, you know, I couldn't tell that these usings were missing because my code was inside an if directive that is currently not active as far as Visual Studio is concerned. This using directive would go active if I switched my player to, say, Android or WebGL, then this would become active. And it would not compile under WebGL, because currently I'm using the persistent data path. I know that doesn't work. I will have to add some more subsections to handle the web. This, straightforward, it worked. I don't really care. It was very simple code. I should probably put a to-do there that's like, hey, redo this because it sucks. Ooh, let's see. One last thing we could add to the UI before we die. What would that be? Welcome to the channel, Forlex1V and Matt Rogers again. You keep having to rejoin. I guess that's because of the audio, huh? No, let's give this some more. Yeah, it's a temporary thing. I mean, it can happen, though. We have our agents moving towards a destination. Our agents are just little white boxes. They never really... I guess we could display, like, a number on the agents so we know their food and water. But even if we did that, it wouldn't show on the screen. We could do it in the player list, but the player list doesn't update every frame. How do I want to solve this issue? Because, of course, I could just do it like this, where we just put box, and we just put, like, parameter 2, parameter 3. But that would only really be applicable for showing... Well, no, let's do that. Let's just do food, water. Oh, crap. I realize food and water are not things I can just get. We have to do inventory.find food dot question mark dot weight value quantity. Can I not use this in this version of C#? Yes, null propagation is only for C#. Oh my, I really hate that Unity uses C#4. I know there's a way to fix it. It's really obnoxious. Inventory.find water. So food equals food. Water is water. Var. And then the amount of food or water is either 0 if null, or we're gonna have to use tenaries for these as well. I hate it, but oh well. Let's split up our arguments now that we have so many of them. So this is 1, name is 2, then 3 is food. Food dot quantity else 0, and then 4 is water. Whoops, that should be a tenary. There we go. It's like a short if statement. I'm sure there's that I'm pronouncing it wrong, but whatever. And then water shows water quantity if there is one. Because the food and water is what keeps our guys alive, right? Hey, welcome to the channel, Rora and LT Friend. Let's go to the scene that is in-game. Let's open Unity again and run the scene. When we run our scene, we get... Ooh! Alright, we can see their amount of food and water now. Of course, it's not updated all the time, but at the moment, that's okay. I'm okay with it only updating when... Oh, wait, why is our food always 0? Right, because the food is called bread, and the water is called water. Because, you know, I'm cool, so let's just fix that. There we are. Now we can see the amount of bread we have. So this is sort of how you can see an initial state as to how everyone loaded. And then after that, when somebody dies, we should see all the values update. Because we're not calling update unless somebody dies. So we just gotta wait here. We gotta wait here for the first person to die, which I think is what? 65 rounds on average is when everybody dies? So, bought water from Sense. It takes about maybe 40 or 45 or 50 rounds for everybody to die because they're actively trading. As long as people are in the middle of the map. Ooh, there's deaths. So people run out of water right now fairly easily. I think the food counts are okay. Yeah, everyone had a little bit of food left, but the water. Yep, there we go. Sense died last, 53. Everyone... Wow, Sean had a lot of food left. But the water. Water, man, water. Okay, so now that we know the water is so important... we could also lay this out a little better, couldn't we? 2 strings should be like... I could do a /n here, probably a /n here, right? Like food and water. Maybe like this with a little thing next to it. Put it on its own line. And then put like the name here. Yeah? What you got? They can't hear you, so... Yeah? Too many people. Mm-hmm. That's... I don't know. That's a funny one. What do you mean? You can write over any sort of serial, right? Yeah, but Decker, the reason that you're trading double is because when you're near somebody, their trade operation runs at the same time as yours, so you will both trade in the same turn. As per the weird thing that you're seeing with the libserial SDK, I don't know. You just have to find any serial API that will work on your operating system, and for some reason that's hard. Even though you had the Windows one working originally, you know, at the start anyways. Let's put 0, food, water, 0, maybe you want to write like 0, 1, no, 0, food. I gotta like lay this out better, but eventually people have like icons with some sort of information, and it won't matter at that point. FW/N, number 1, and just what that is, that's string format that puts all the people's names together. If I go over to Visual Studio, yep, Unity editor, we'll see that, yeah, like, no matter how I lay out the data, we're going to have some sort of overlap unless I make the player list wider. But if I make the player list wider, then this sort of information won't be easily displayed. I could use a monospace font like Courier, but then I'd have to put it in there or generate my own glyph font. I'd probably... I'll have to generate a font. So using an existing font. Ooh, microphone. There we go. I'll have to generate a font, and then I'll have to load that font as a bitmap into Unity, the individual characters, because that's how it does dynamic fonts. And at the end of all that, I'm still going to have gray text because using a string builder, even though it supports format, it does not support rich text. I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the string builder won't give me colored names. I'll have to build that, not necessarily build that myself, but I will have to like add in color codes before and after names if I want to color them on the list. We'll also note that we're not coloring the characters yet, although, wow, everyone's dead now. So the issue is water, clearly. People do run out of water at the end of the day. So, yeah. The trade rules are currently very socialist. Everyone tries to have the same amount of a resource as everyone else, which I need to change that, probably, because you should only care about your own survival first. Let's go over here. Let's open the trade function and just change the number of resources that we need to have to commit a trade. So let's scroll down again. Money, ours, theirs. So theirs needs to be more than 10 and ours needs to be less than 5. There we go. And now if we try this in the Unity editor, we should have a completely different run of the economy with, there we go, 17 agents created. Even though the agents like Decker has 26 water. Big Hoss has 27 water, right? But if somebody goes and trades with them, especially when they have 5 or less, which, let's see. Oh, there we go. Somebody had 5 or less finally. So now we're going to have people die when they're not in the middle of the map. This could be interesting. People bought water from Decker. Everybody's buying water from Decker because he had 28 water. Oh man, Decker's going to be out of water soon. Oh, somebody died. Westerman died of dehydration. Jeez, talk about the first death. Immediately followed by Mouse Scythe, who had a lot of food left, but no water. And Lachat, Human Supremacist, Sad Cloud, everybody's dead. Well, what's going to take? 65 maybe? Yeah. Even if they survive one day, it wouldn't help them right now, but yeah, fair. Oh, who died? Oh, how is there a person still alive? Wow. Robbie W. Survived a whole... Well, okay, no. Proxy and Robbie W. both died on turn 73. So, there's technically no winner here. And Big Hoss is the real loser, because he died 3 turns before the end. We're left with 1 food. Robbie W. with the 13 food. Because again, when you loot people's bodies, of course, the amount of stuff they have changes. So I guess we're going to have to make update run every frame if we want to use the sidebar to display game information. Welcome to the channel, Positive Sex. Great name. Yes. So if we are trading, which is where... trade. Not in trade. That would be bad. If we called update in trade, it would go on forever. We should call update once per frame at the end of the frame. Can we call GUI events at the end of the frame? Yes, we can. They'll just only be queued for the next frame. So let's put a private void late update because this is once the frame is ready. This is normally when you move the camera. And in this case, we're going to call update players. And now we can remove the calls to this that were from external methods because we're just calling it every loop. So we do this, we save, we tab over to Unity once just to see if it causes some error messages because it should. We'll be able to earn money from this app. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice, but I don't know that you could. Let's run this once. This should give us an error. The error should go over here. There we go. And we'll just see if we are calling update players from anywhere. Because it updates itself now, it does not have to be called per turn. So let's go to 222. Ooh, Cryo, thank you for joining. And yes, hello. You're one of the only people to say hello. And then, wait, why was I mentioned in JavaScript? I don't know. Somebody mentioned me in JavaScript. Great. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go over and play it one more time now with our settings and then it updates every turn. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Actually, here's a thing that I'll do just for you guys. Just for you guys, because this is not a thing I have set up yet. So, maybe this is something only you get to see. And it won't last long, so pay attention. Let's go over here. Let's find, there is a certain USB device that I need. I wonder what this is. The suspense. The suspense kills everybody. Suspense is the real killer. And then I find out that I'm out of USB ports. Well, I mean, I can't say I didn't try. Let's go off, maybe on again. Nah, it's not gonna do it. That's a real shame. I'm gonna have to reset OBS for it to understand that I plugged in a camera, because I do have one there. I mean, you can call it what you want, but, well, I'm trying, but it doesn't want to do it. If I click on deactivate, maybe if I can click on activate in OBS again? There we go. It's showing up, but it's not showing up on... Oh, there we go. Hello. Unfortunately, it's going to be 10 FPS because we're streaming at 10 FPS right now. And that's, I mean, live coding has a lot of limitations around that, right? You'll see that I am using a pop filter. There is some foam around me. My lighting is terrible. That's why I don't have the webcam set up yet. Hello? And again, 10 FPS, right? So I would want to pull this 30 FPS using FFmpeg and then make it do the 10 FPS decision, because otherwise it looks jittery. See if I'm just moving my hand up and down? It looks really jittery at 10 FPS. Don't mind the fact that I have to move so close to the mic. Real microphones are like that. But hello. Alright, let's go back to programming. Here we go. Visual Studio. Do I do voiceover work? Yeah, no, I can't actually ban people. That's not my problem. It's not my problem, really. They can spam as much as they want in chat. Agent. What else do we have to put here? Did we switch over to Visual Studio? Yeah, we did. Is my avatar an actual representation? Yeah. Yeah. You could say the avatar is a direct representation of me. Considering that it has the headset and everything. Let's see. Now that we have players updating, go down to agent. What other features? I mean, we wanted agents to have more than just food and water, but there's too many agents to display on the side list right now while they're alive. I think... Oh, wait, player list. Maybe we should only show the players that are alive. I mean, that's the most obvious course of action right now. If player dot alive... Oh, whoops. If players I dot alive. Because then we can display way more information once somebody dies. Now we don't need the bit inside agent that returns a ternary based on their status if they're all going to be alive. So let's go down to toString. Let's remove this ternary status here, number 1. Just put like this, F, W, and then that. Maybe we can put dot, what is it, 2, -2, I think, to make it just try and take up -3. If I want it to always be 3 characters, I think that should pad with a space. Let's go over to Unity and try it. So over on Unity, again, we have, do we have our space? No, we have an error. What does this error do? To double-click the error, find out what. It is a format exception. 0-based must be greater than or equal to or less than. So the issue is with our string formatter. Let's try not using the string formatter like this then. Let's save. Pop over to Unity. Oh, crap. I didn't want to debug it. Stop. If I debug it, it gets really angry. Let's pause, clear, unpause, and play. Nope, still an issue with string format. So, have we changed the number of arguments? 1, 2, 3? Oh, yes we have. Wow. That was silly. Let's make this, again, 0, 1, and 2. -3 is fine, -3 is fine. Try one more time. Clear, come on now. Save this, run again. There we go. Nope, error. This is a socket exception. An invalid argument was supplied. How did I get a socket exception? What am I even doing with a socket right now? I'm not doing anything with a socket. That was a random error. I restarted and it worked. Okay. We're going to get a little bit of extra spaces on the left. Those extra spaces would normally format it, but, you know, given the lack of using format, the lack of a monospace font, sorry, the spaces don't show up as anything. Let's go back to the Unity editor. You can watch this while it goes. This is a little bit of layout. On top of this, I might add the colors, of course, but we need the colors for the player list as well. I'll have to display everybody as their own piece of text if I want to do that. For now. I could use a single piece of text with rich text controls, but ooh, yay, somebody has died. The people that die stop showing up on the player list, and it works. It works, it works, it works. All right, how much water until everybody is dead? Sad Cloud, goodbye. You have 0 water, Sad Cloud. Why are you alive? Ah, there we go. Because Sad Cloud kept looting dead bodies to survive the last turn, 1 water at a time. And Sean and Sense both die at the same time. What I'm curious about, though, is how people were outside of the map in the top left. There is one person that's below the map, and there's one person that flew away. How did this happen? Look at them. They, like, got stuck, and I can't even select them, even though I should... Oh, wait, I need to change the tool to select. Click on it. Who was this that ran away? Westerman? Westerman, how did you run out of the game? You literally ran to a completely different, like, country from the rest of the players. Outside of the map, given no goal whatsoever. Let's just drag him back in there. Can't run away on me. That is a fun bug that we're going to have to look into because there's no reason that people should just be flying away. Right. We're going to build one more time because this build is going to go on the GitHub. And then at the end of this build, let's add maybe... Oh, wait, 1680. This is the wrong monitor. You want to be on the right monitor. Wait, left monitor? Windows, what are you doing to me? You're not displaying my resolutions anymore. All right, let's try 1280 by 720. Let's try standard 16 by 9 resolution. See that everything fits on the screen. Press space. Yes, everything fits perfectly. So we shouldn't have an issue here. I'm going to put this build on the GitHub. I'm going to commit my changes minus the tree builder. That will still not get committed because it's not done yet. And just think to yourself, what feature could possibly require a bunch of autonomous little ant farm units to have a tree? Will have to do with making more of these agents? That could be interesting too. But I think for now that might be it. We got I don't know. We got a good hour and a half out of this session. Join me at 11 a.m. every day as Pacific Standard Time. We go through these economy tests. We improve these little games like this. We play through with like Unity. We play with some C# by itself. I even do some VR stuff. And yeah, this is the Angry Albino. I'm also on Twitter, YouTube, you know. These 3 people, how are you still alive? 4 people. Okay, 4 people are still alive with so much stuff. I guess they stole it from everybody else. And Big Hoss, final winner of the stream. Level 75, turn 75, died of starvation. Followed close behind by Sense. I swear I need 2 pages for that. I'll just post as well the link to the... there is a Google spreadsheet where you guys can see when I plan my streams and how long each one is meant to be. I'll just post this here, and then you can see. This is, yeah, you can do whatever. Yes, yes, yes. And see you again tomorrow, August 20th, Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.